called my mom one day and I wanted her to be proud of me. So it's just like, hey, I've got $4,000 credit on my credit card. And she's like, credit limit or credit debt? I was like, what's debt? And she's like, oh, that's bad.
It's kind of irritating when people will be like, oh, well, just save up for it. Just, oh, you want to go on that vacation? Just save up for it. It's fine. Just start saving. It's like, bitch, I literally don't even make enough money to pay my bills. And every time I pay my bills, I'm in the negative.
I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed, and I'm healing. I'm working through something. What is that, you may ask? It's not even a shopping issue. It's a self-love and self-acceptance issue. This is not only a lot, but this is too much. This is overwhelming, debilitating, and that's not all of it.
So we're all being sold an illusion, apparently. Because why did no one tell me that the influencers are out here lying about their lifestyle?
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Michael, aka Mr. Drake Vision, and I am your credit CEO, back with another one. You see the title, you see the thumbnail, so without further ado, let's get into these videos. Hey, what's going on, Credit CEO fam? To celebrate the season and show appreciation for all your support, I'm giving away a special gift to one of my subscribers. I'm going to be giving away a $100 gift card on December 23rd. And here is how you enter. Number 1, be subscribed to the YouTube channel. Number 2, like this video. And finally, number 3, drop a comment explaining your worst financial advice story or best money tip. And I will be announcing the winner on December 23rd, just in time for the holidays. Good luck, and remember, bad financial advice may be funny, but good credit is power.
With my credit card, I max that out to $4,000.
What do you mean you max it out? Max it out or maxed it out?
So my max, I got confused with the credit debt and the credit limit. So my parents got me a credit card, and I ended up getting a max credit limit of $8,000. So I could spend up to $8,000. That's what that means, right? So I would use it, and I would take my boyfriend. We would just started dating. We would go out.
It's 12,500
on it now.
Yeah.
Well, when I looked at it last, yeah.
Continue.
Me and my boyfriend, me and my friends, we would go out, and I'm like, oh, I'll pay for everybody. I got it. I'll spend the money. Don't worry about it. It's just a credit card. So I would pay and pay and pay and pay, and then I called my mom one day, and I wanted her to be proud of me. So it's just like, hey, I've got $4,000 credit on my credit card, and she's like, credit limit or credit debt? I was like, what's debt? And she's like, oh, that's bad. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. So it's $4,000 debt then? She's like, that's bad. Why did you do that? I'm like, I thought that was good. And she's like, no, your credit limit at the time it was $8,000. So I was like, okay, well, the credit limit's $8,000. That's good, right? And she's like, yes, but you were $4,000 in debt.
Big screen. All right, man. Who's at fault here? Is it the kid or is it the parent? But realistically, she's not a kid anymore. She was taking her friends, her boyfriend, and anybody who wanted to go out. She was taking them out. She was treating them to meals. Now, this person right here, I wouldn't necessarily say is a bad person because she spent most of her money on other people. It's just that she was uneducated. So that's why I wanted to ask you guys in the comments, like, did her parents kind of failed her for not continuing her education after maybe high school? Shit, this person probably even went to college. So is it her fault that she didn't get the financial literacy that she needed, or is it the parents' fault? I honestly blame the parents because you honestly can't know what you don't know, especially as a young adult growing up. This seems like a sign of somebody who's been sheltered for most of their life and just let out in the wild to fend for themselves, and she doesn't have a clue. So now she's in a horrible financial situation. Now, I can honestly give this person a pass, but this next person right here, she's too old to not know what she's doing. Let's get into that video.
Something that I feel like people don't talk about a lot with spending, shopping, hoarding, ADHD, doom rooms, doom piles, body dysmorphia, disordered eating is this pickle that I have gotten myself into. That sounded like a lot, but guess what? This is a lot. This is a lot. This is not only a lot, but this is too much. This is overwhelming, debilitating, and that's not all of it. I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed, and I'm healing. I'm working through something. What is that, you may ask? It's not even a shopping issue. It's a self-love and self-acceptance issue. I struggled so hardcore postpartum because we had just gotten married the previous year and I was arguably the fittest that I had been, and then I got pregnant with through postpartum.
All right, I had to stop there because this is kind of a long video. I want to like interject in the middle. All right, number one, I hear a baby crying in the background and she's still doing the TikTok. That's a red flag to me. Now, I don't know anything about postpartum, but in the chat, ladies, how long is this supposed to last? And how long can you use that as a crutch to, like, you know, continue your bad habit? Because what I'm thinking is it might be like a lack of discipline. Because what I don't think people understand is that you might look at somebody else's life and think they're holding it together, but really it's just the discipline they put within their life so they can be successful, right? So like cleaning your house takes discipline. Washing your dishes take discipline. All these things take discipline, but sometimes we don't discipline ourselves the way we need to for certain things. And then it shows up as whatever trauma that you think it is. In the chat, let me know. But let's continue.
And that was really difficult for me because I had no clothes that fit. I had really simplified my wardrobe and gotten to a really good point. And then postpartum, I wanted to look good, but I didn't have clothes that fit me. There's obviously nothing wrong with buying clothes that fit your current body, but I didn't have a plan to go along with it. And also I had no idea how my body was going to continue to change and evolve. And it's not about weight. Let me just keep saying that. This isn't about weight, but I have gained and lost so much weight in the last 5 years that it's kind of hard to not justify what has happened. Of course, it's okay that I bought size 32 jeans. After I had my son, I wanted a pair of jeans to wear. You don't have to stay in sweats just because you're postpartum. I am saying that I'm 3 years postpartum right now. And I still have oversized clothing that I'm keeping, you know? It's not the problem. The problem is the fear that is in my head and lying to me on a loop, saying that I have to hold on to all of this just in case XYZ. That voice is in my head saying, oh yeah, those pants might fit now, but wait, they won't in the spring. So anyway, I don't know if you're like me, but this is what I'm doing. I am overwhelmed and want to simplify my life and simplify my closet. And it's just about damn time. So it's hard and I'm doing it. And I'm starting with this pile right here. So you can hold me accountable to that. I will post an update tomorrow.
Big screen. Hey man, salute to you, baby girl. Hey, you doing your thing. I will note a couple things though, completely off subject. When somebody says, oh, she looked good, she might be a catch, watch this video back and see how she looked. But also look at the size of her room. That was a king size bed and she had like a couch in there, and you can see in the back, like she had a full walk-in closet, but she still wasn't able to put stuff up. Like stuff like that it seems simple to me because I was in the military and I got a little bit of discipline about myself. So for her specifically, there's a thing called a space bag where you can put all your big oversized clothes in, and then you can put it in the bag, zip it up, suck the air out, and it'll be like really flat. And she can just put that up in storage. Because I'm pretty sure she got an attic or some type of storage. I don't know what's going on. She just need to put her clothes away. And for that little loop in her head, she can still keep her clothes there, just be tucked away. And she can, you know, if she gain weight, she can go pull it out the closet. Or she can keep her clothes in the attic and she can just pull it out whenever she thinks she's gained a little weight. But that goes to show no amount of money, no amount of looks can help you with what's going on in your mind. You just got to deal with your problems. And I think a little bit of discipline will go a long way. But I don't understand about that postpartum. Ladies, y'all let me know in the chat. But when I look at people in that type of situation, it makes me wonder if this guy in the next video was right. Let's look.
Everybody keeps talking about how millennials and Gen Z are just like doom spending money, about how basically we're like, everything's pointless at this point. Our money's all fake. The system's screwed. So we're just going to treat ourselves. We're going to buy the things that we want. And we're just kind of, have a little bit of fun. And that's why we haven't fallen into a recession. And I just find it hilarious how this is being attributed to Gen Z and millennials when I'm pretty sure this started with the boomers. Our government's what, like $30 trillion in debt? And who are all the people in charge of the government? All people from the boomer and the silent generation. And people keep wanting to paint that us millennials and Gen Z are being irresponsible with our money. Well, we're just taken out of the page of the people who raised us. We saw they got to have a bunch of fun with a bunch of money that wasn't theirs, so why don't we do the same thing? Because you know what, at this point, everything's screwed. Listen, this is absolutely not a solution at all. Like, this isn't going to fix the problem, but we're just so fed up with how this has just been shoved to us. Basically, hey, the previous generations bought all this stuff and here's the bill. We're kind of doing the same thing, but we don't get to pass the bill off because it's still going to go as our debt, not someone else's debt.
Man, you know what's crazy about that? What he just said is that it was easier to buy a house and get some assets under your belt a while ago. So what I want to know is why the debt counter is so high. Like, we was getting so much debt, and now you want to call the other generations lazy and they can't even afford a house. Like, I would never say that this generation of kids that's coming up is lazy, because I know that when I joined the military, it was so easy to buy a house. Like, I should have bought a house every single year, but I was like, I'm gonna just get established, whatever. So 4 years into my military career is when I bought my first house. Which in hindsight, I should have bought a house as soon as I got in so I can go ahead and figure it out. And now you got a group of kids that's coming out of high school, coming out of college, can't find a job, can't even buy a house, and they gotta move back in with their parents. And their parents were in the age where a lot of this debt was created in the first place. So to say that, so to go back and be upset with this generation is kind of crazy, even though they be spending recklessly though. Well, I guess that means I can see both sides of the coin, but maybe I might be wrong. Let's check this next video to see.
One of the worst things you can do as a young adult making money for the first time is overspend. All of us are guilty of making money for the first time and thinking about different things that we're going to buy and whatnot. This horrible habit leads to us overspending and trying to maintain a lifestyle that we couldn't really afford in the first place. It's very important for us to keep our overhead low so that we can invest in things that are going to make us more money in the long run.
All right, I think that was the end of the video, but he's exactly right. When I got my first military check, I just bought the stuff I wanted to buy. But luckily, the things I bought was just clothes, right? Even though it might seem materialistic to most people, when I was growing up, I only got like one pair of shoes a year. You know what I'm saying? So I just upped my pair of shoes to 3 pair of shoes a year. And then I bought some clothes and stuff to go along with my growing body. You know what I'm saying? When I joined the military, I started getting some gains. So then after that, most of my income went to, buying a new car for me and my wife, and then renting a good apartment in a good neighborhood so I can go ahead and start my family. But, I don't think I did anything wrong. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I should have took a page out my dad's book and bought a cheap starter car like I was doing before I joined the military, but I just wanted something reliable for my wife and my kids, to be honest with you. And at that point, I was on my own. And I can see what he's saying. Maybe people are buying stuff they want and not stuff they necessarily need. But I guess his overall statement is don't really buy much, start investing as soon as you get your first check. But his message is something sort of like the message of this girl that's coming up.
Do not go into credit card debt trying to keep up with these influencers. These people are literally being paid to sell you a product. That little bit of dopamine hit that you get from unboxing a new package is not going to last when you get that credit card bill in the mail and you can't make your monthly payment. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy things and that you shouldn't do nice things for yourself. But what I am saying is be more judicious with your money. Like, this is your money. This is literally your livelihood and your security. Don't just give it away to people just because something looks nice.
Big screen. All right. Yeah, I understand exactly what she's saying. I watched a video the other day where this lady was saying that most of the people on the internet, they go out and they spend all their money lavishly, and then they do an unboxing, and then they pack everything back up and then take it back to the store. And they put it on the internet so people can think they're living a certain lifestyle. Now, I normally thought that was crazy, but now that I'm thinking about it, that's an excellent way to make money. But some people honestly don't know how to separate social media from real life. And this lady that's coming up next self-admitted that she's letting social media and ads and what's going on in the politics dictate her lifestyle. Take a look at this one.
Been split between the girls who are doom spending, specifically on Sephora because they're having a very well-timed sale right now, versus the girls who are trying not to shop so as not to stimulate Trump's economy. And this tension playing out on my FYP has gotten inside of my head to where I am compelled to doom shop, especially on Sephora, and yet I don't want to help Trump by shopping. And of course, we're not in Trump's economy yet, but I still feel this crazy push-pull. And to make matters even more complicated, there's the conspiracy theory that Sephora had donated tons of money to Trump. I did some research into this. It seems like it has been debunked. And then making matters even more complicated around Sephora, a friend just told me about a conspiracy that for this sale, Sephora actually raises the prices. You could get the item cheaper direct from the brand, but you feel like you're getting a deal because it's part of Sephora's sale. So as a woman, I feel compelled to shop constantly, but especially right now. But I also feel absolutely debilitating anxiety around spending and spending wrong. Black Friday, all of that coming up, it's making me even more anxious. I want to shop, I need to buy gifts, but like, should I not shop at Sephora? Should I not shop at all? But living as a woman in Trump's economy is so complicated.
Big screen. I honestly think that before you put stuff out, you should probably let somebody proofread it or proof look at it, but show it to a woman who doesn't want to be embarrassed by being a woman, because most of the stuff you were saying was kind of putting y'all back. I ain't gonna lie. So like, you are blaming your shopping habits on being a girl, right? So you're like, hey man, I can't stop shopping. I'm feeling depressed and all this other stuff just because you can't spend your money. That is insane. Like, I wonder how much is in her bank account. But on another note, she's letting her politics dictate like her spending. So I think that might be a win for her. So if she don't want to support Trump's economy, maybe she might save some money. So maybe that might help her out. But one thing I did notice is that she said something about conspiracy like 2 times. Man, this is somebody you guys should absolutely stay away from, because she's in her head making herself crazy. But even though her stuff is bad, you can see in her background that she's living a good, cushy life. So check out this next person that's trying to find out how to survive in this type of economy.
It's kind of irritating when people will be like, oh, well, just save up for it. Just, oh, you want to go on that vacation? Just save up for it. It's fine. Just start saving. It's like, bitch, I literally don't even make enough money to pay my bills. And every time I pay my bills, I'm in the negative. I make pretty good money, okay? And I pay my bills, and I literally don't make enough to get to work. I don't make enough to get gas. I have to ask my husband for gas money every 2 weeks. I'm literally struggling. I have negative $65 in my account right now. And when I get paid, that $65 will go back up to zero, and then I will have to pay the mortgage and daycare and phone bill, and I'm gonna have like $200 left. So I'm literally living paycheck to paycheck, drowning, and people are like, oh, just save your money. My Nana's always like, just put away 20% of your paycheck. I can't do that. So I failed my medical coding exam by 10 points. In order to retake it, I have to like redo my registration and pay $300 and retake it.
All right, y'all, I had to stop it right there because I believe that this person might be a professional victim. Number one, she got a mortgage, which is a good thing. She got a kid, which is a good thing. And I think her last bill was her phone bill. These are all like probably necessities. Now, once this kid is out of daycare, that bill is going to be gone, right? Switch your plan, get a cheaper phone bill, which you probably can. I don't know what type of service she got. And then that right there will probably save her $100 to $200 a month. Or I think she was talking about bi-weekly. So she can be able to save that money. But her Nana was absolutely right. Put 20% of your income up, because you will then change your lifestyle to live on a cheaper budget, which is something that you probably need. Now, the rest of this video I didn't watch yet, so let's keep going.
So I'm like, oh, I'll just save the money, right? To $300. How the fuck am I supposed to save $300 to retake that exam when I can't even pay my bills as it is with the money I make now? Like, it's pretty bad that like you live paycheck to paycheck as it is, and that doesn't even include like, what if something happens to my car and I need to buy parts for it? Or what if like the electric bill goes up by $20? Or what if like, I don't know, daycare gets more expensive, or I lose hours at work, or like I am literally drowning as it is, and if there's any deviance from where I already am, I'm fucked. And then shit like this happens where I need to go pay for my second exam, and I'm like, I can't even fucking pay for it. I can't even save $300. And then I have family members out of state who are like, oh, come visit. And I'm like, they're like, just save up a little money, get a plane ticket. I can't save for a plane ticket. Like, I can't even get enough money for fucking groceries in my house. Never mind buying a plane ticket to go stay out of state somewhere in a hotel that costs money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no room for fun in this type of life. It's just survival mode. And it kills me that there are people out there that don't understand it, and I just wish they could, because it hurts when they try to tell me, like, save your money, be better with your money. And I'm like, I'm just paying my fucking bills. That's all I've ever done. Okay? Go back to when I was 19 and I spent $1,000 on a tattoo. Yeah, I was fucking stupid back then. But I haven't bought a tattoo in fucking years, bro. I don't have money for food or gas. You think I have money to go spend on a tattoo? Like, no. So don't come at me with I'm bad with my fucking money. I literally can't survive as it is. Like, I can't even save money for a fucking coding exam. And I'm trying to better myself with that coding exam, and I can't even fucking pay for that. Like, I can't stand this. Like, I hate living like this.
Big screen. All right. What do y'all think? Now, either she failed that exam and now she got to take it over, or she knew that exam was coming up and she knew she had to save $300. Like, half the stuff that she's complaining about can probably be solved with a little bit of budgeting, like her nana said. You definitely don't need to travel. You don't have the money for it. But you started a family, you bought a house, and you have a husband who can give you money. So I don't understand why she's on here complaining like that. But there might be some validity to it. There was a couple things that she said within there, you know, about tattoo money and stuff like that. So I kind of got a question, something that I ask my wife so often. I ask myself, did my parents have fun when they were my age, or did they just get stuff done? And then I had to go back and think, like, I don't remember my parents having too much fun because they were adults. Some people get it kind of twisted. They think that once you become an adult, you can do what you want. That was thinking as a kid. That is what I thought as a kid. I was like, when I grow up, I'm not going to punish my kids. When I grow up, I'm going to eat candy every day. When I grow up, I'm going to eat fast food. And then what's happening right now? People are trying to live out that type of fantasy that they were never supposed to live in the first place. You're supposed to be an adult. You're supposed to budget your money. You're supposed to get the house. You're supposed to eat at home. You're not supposed to get $1,000 tattoos. So I don't even know why she's talking about it. All right, so with that being said, man, I'm going to go ahead and slow down a little bit because I'm kind of getting heated right here. You know what I'm saying? So if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I salute you. Thank you for watching my channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the new year. So if you can hit that button right there and subscribe, and after you hit that subscribe button that's right there, there's another video that YouTube wants you to watch. So if you can watch that video, I'll see y'all in the next one. Credit CEO out. Peace.